Welcome to Finding Family DNA. This is our Patreon portion, and this is for people who subscribe to Patreon. And we're so happy to have Joanna Winans with us, along with our genealogist, Misty Gillis. If you watched us on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcast, you'll know that Joanna has a very compelling story about meeting her birth mother 8 years ago in Anchorage, Alaska, and being in her life all these years. And unfortunately, her birth mother passed away back about a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And Joanna, we were talking about this off the air that, a lot of adoptees don't even meet their birth parents.
Correct.
They just want this medical history information, which you got and you needed.
Yeah.
And why, Joanna, why did you go all this extra to have this relationship with her, and also this wonderful tribute that you did for her after she passed?
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I have a tender heart. I was made with a tender heart. I can thank my mom for that, my birth mother. I just knew that to place somebody for adoption, to place your child, especially going through infertility, that was something that I wanted so bad. So to have that and then to have to place that child is an excruciating decision, no matter how you look at it. And so I knew there was a part of her that needed to be met, and tended to and ministered to, really is the word, to heal all of those broken years, for sure.
So what did you do for her all these years?
Yeah. So we talked and talked and talked and talked, and she at one point said, "You're my best friend." And the reason she said that was because she could come from a place of leveling with me, like, "Hey, this is what I went through, help me." And she had never really had someone in her adult life that could be like a peer to peer, look at her the way that she was back when she was 17, 18. And for whatever reason, I felt like I had a place in her life where, even though I cognitively wasn't there, I was in her womb and I was with her in those moments. I almost felt like I owed it to her. Never out of like, I felt like she was pressuring me, but I felt just so compelled and wanted to help her. Just talking to her and reassuring her through all the highs and lows she had.
And how many times did you meet her in person?
Twice. Yes.
Once back in early 2019, and when was it after that?
It was in the summer of 2019. I couldn't get enough. The first time was amazing. Then I said, I got to get back up to Anchorage and see her. So I went for a week in June.
So it just wasn't in the cards to see her after that?
Yeah, it's so, yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive to fly to Anchorage no matter what, but especially all the way from Houston, Texas and Dallas, Texas, for sure.
Totally understandable.
Yes.
So you didn't really reach out to the paternal side, did you?
My father, birth father?
Right.
No, I haven't yet.
And it's been a while, so we knew who the guy was, but why not?
I had heard she never really said there was anything wrong. I just didn't feel the need. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel the need. I felt like she had brought me all the way to Anchorage, and I just didn't feel the need. I can't People ask me that all the time, what about your birth father? And I don't know.
Well, he's not alive, is he?
We don't know. That is yet to be determined.
Interesting. I thought he passed a while ago. That's why we didn't do any more searching.
Yeah, well, there was somebody listed on my paperwork that could be the father, and he had passed. But there was another guy that she told me and told my parents about, and he is still living.
Oh, see, this is something I didn't know, Misty.
Yes.
We're finding this out now.
Sorry.
Now, what about a DNA test, Joanna? Would you take a DNA test, especially for medical information?
Totally. Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Well, the price of eggs are no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Well, you could have other siblings out there.
Okay, well, and that's crazy because and then you were talking about this is a good segue to adoption because Lord have mercy if we adopt one day and our child, gets in a relationship with their cousin or something, that's there's a whole slew of reasons why that's a long overdue test.
And by the way, we've seen that. It
Oh my
it it
gosh.
honestly, it happens in the South.
You're
Just
kidding.
nope.
Shocking.
Take a DNA test. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
We had my niece on the show last year, and when she took a DNA test, she was a sperm donor baby. She
Okay.
has
Oh, yeah, right.
at least 25 known half siblings, and a
Yeah.
lot of them were in the same area. Their paths have crossed.
Oh
So
my word.
you'd never know. And well, honestly, you live in Texas, coming across someone in Texas with the same blood, that's going to be not. That's probably not going to happen. But you never know.
You never know. That's right.
But this opens up a can of worms, doesn't it, Misty?
You
It
never
really
know what
does.
you're gonna get with DNA testing. That's the thing is, it can open up just like you said with the adoption journey, it can open up Pandora's box. We have so
Yes.
many clients that took it because they were like, "Oh, I saw the commercial and it was fun. Let me get one for Christmas." And then they take it and they find out,
Oh.
okay, they're 60 years old and they're now finding out they're actually adopted and their parents have passed and they don't know what to do. And we actually get a lot of clients that that's happened with.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
sad.
I was about to say that's so sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
The
devastating to
sooner
them.
sooner the better. Yeah, for sure.
Right, exactly. It's is if you could be honest and open with your children and because there's nothing to be ashamed of with adoption. Adoption is an
Nothing.
act out of love, so
Yes, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
So
right.
does the infertility come from Amber's side of the family?
Um, no, which was why it was such a shock because my adoptive mom, who of course I call mom and I love her to the ends of the earth, love her so much. She was always like, your birth mom had sisters and there was lots of sisters and there was aunts and there was, so and uncles and she was like, they didn't have any issues. And so my mom was like, when are ready to have kids, you should be totally fine. So that's why it was such a shock because it was just out of nowhere.
So it could very well come from the paternal side.
Very,
You don't
yes.
know that though.
No, we don't.
You got me wondering now. I just really think you should take a DNA test.
Now Jay's investigative mind is working. He's
Yeah,
like,
No,
right.
because I was under the impression that the guy that she said was the birth father, we found out that he passed. I thought that was your birth father, and you didn't want to take that any further, but that's obviously not the case.
Well, we don't know. I mean, the story is unfolding. I will say that. I will say that. After her passing, lots of conversations have been had, and it's just like, man, there's a lot of gaps.
So
There's a-
I am looking behind me.
Okay.
There are two ancestry DNA tests sitting on my shelf. I'm
Let's
more
do it.
than,
Let's do it.
I'll send you one of those tests,
Let's do it.
and we'll at later date do a DNA reveal to see if that guy is indeed your birth father or it's somebody else.
Yeah, let's do it. And Misty, you'll appreciate this. I was trying to put an ancestry.com puzzle together and man, it's messy. I'm like, I need a professional. This is way messy.
You know what's
had
really funny?
branches crossing the tangled
be-
tree.
Yes.
before we end our Patreon, and again, thank you, Joanna. You're
Yes.
great. I'm
Thank you.
overdue having you on. It's so
Yes.
overdue.
Yes.
Misty and I had a case recently, as of last week. It's finally solved, where the DNA was 100%. Misty knows what I'm talking about, and both the client and the birth family doubted us, our findings, and we went over and over and over again, and the half sibling was there on Ancestry.
Well, this was the funny part too is I had identified who the birth mother was before that we had that half sibling, and we said, okay, if you want to verify it, take an ancestry test, and she
Sure.
did. And that mother's child popped up as her half sibling, and she still was like, "I think it's broken. This doesn't make sense to me." And we were
Just
like, "Oh,
Yeah,
denial,
she said, I
denial,
think I need to
denial.
take another. I need to take
yeah,
another ancestry test. Maybe I'll take a 23andMe test. I go, it's not going to matter. We know
We
know
know.
we have the right family, but nobody wants to admit it and fess up that this is a
No,
possibility. And
no.
now
So much shame. Yeah, a lot of shame.
yeah,
it's all good now. They thanked me. They thanked Misty, and
of course.
it took a team effort, right, Misty, to solve
Oh
that
yeah,
case and let them know this wasn't a scam. And like we always say at every episode, we always say that we have a lot of work to do to prove to people that this isn't a scam.
That's
pretty
a
much.
great line. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
we're not scam artists.
no,
Anyway, on that note, we're going to end our Patreon. Again, thank you for being here.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.